I've heard railroaders talk about we rail fans sometimes in amazement. On a beautiful morning like this, I think I could find something better to do than watch trains. Well, actually, there's not many things I'd rather be doing than watching trains on a beautiful September morning at Lacoochee, Florida. The quiet of the night hasn't yet been broken, the air is still crisp and clean, and things are about to get interesting here.
CSXTK 42528 approach medium distant Lacoochee CS18 and 62 southbound.
452 going to approach medium distance signal Lacoochee.
A Miami Manifest train is coming up from the south, and a Kinder Morgan ethanol train out of Proviso, Illinois is coming down from the north.
CSXTK 42528 approach north end Lacoochee CS16 and 62 main to main southbound out.
K425 gets a full yellow approach, which says be prepared to stop at the very next signal, which in this case is the south end of the siding. And that indicates that Q452 has not yet cleared the south end of the siding, coming in from the south. This is a tight meet. The ethanol tank train is much heavier than the empty manifest freight, and the dispatcher would rather keep him moving. So into the siding goes Q452, the mixed freight, while K425 holds the main line. I know from nothing about dispatching, but the guy on the JA desk seemed to know his business this morning, passing these two trains perfectly. Lacoochee is the shortest siding left on the Wildwood sub at about 7,400 feet. So this is a relatively small target to hit.
CSXTK 42528 is clear on the south end Lacoochee CS18 and 62 southbound out. 452 train look good with marker open.
You look good too. Have a good trip.
We got one behind us. I'm not sure how close he is right now.
Okay, thank you.
He was very close.
TO8227 with a CSXT 941 approach medium. This is Lacoochee. Stop. CSXT TO8227 with a CSXT 941 clear north end Lacoochee south.
TO82 is an almost daily loaded coal train to Tampa Electric's Big Bend power plant on Tampa Bay. There are 3 other TO80 trains in this group that are symboled depending on which mine they originate from. All go to Big Bend. After the Big Bend coal train passes, the empty freight train gets the Big Bend he's waiting for. The power switch bends for the main line, and Q452 is off for Waycross, Georgia. For me, much of rail fanning is about being outdoors, seeing what's there. And I don't always need trains to enjoy the outing. A stop at North End Bushnell Siding to see if anything is new there. Or a stop at Panisofsky to see one of the rare mainline industry turnouts on the S-Line. This is the Great Southern Wood Preserving Plant. Or at Summerfield Siding, north of Wildwood. This has been one of my favorite spots for 15 years. A siding with an open curve. No trains here today, but interesting that concrete ties have been removed. At some point, the Seaboard Coastline installed concrete ties on several S-line sidings. They must have served well because they've just been removed here in 2013 when new ribbon rail was installed on the siding. Ironic, as concrete ties have just been put in on many of the S-line projects this year. I finally catch another train on the 14th Street overpass in Ocala. This is Q453 out of Waycross, headed from Miami. It was afternoon now and time for me to start heading home. I got the idea to chase 453 and be there for whomever he met on his way south. Ha! First, there was a 5-minute walk across the 14th Street Bridge and down the embankment. Then there was the traffic light garden known as Ocala and the traffic light garden known as Bellevue. I finally got the horses into a full gallop south of Summerfield, pulling into Wildwood Yard just in time for 453. Wait a minute. This is somebody else. Juice Train. Then I heard it.
453 southbound 7712, limited clear Coleman.
453 was already 4 miles south of me at Coleman, and it's very hard to catch anything between Wildwood and Coleman. So, on the S-Line at Wildwood, Florida, this is Danny Harmon, out.